Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Marilee, reporting from quarantine day number 2, where 2 acrylics have already fallen off. And yeah, I decided that instead of washing my hair today, I would try out this really cute hairstyle that everyone is trying right now, the flipped ponytail. Again, like most trends that are circling right now, they all pretty much come from either the 90s or the 2000s, early 2000s. So anyways, I'm really excited to try it out on my hair. So the style is usually tried on like stretched hair, and I'm definitely not straightening my hair for this, so we're gonna try to see how we can make this work. I definitely just spent a couple hours untangling Brian's hair, so he's gonna return the favor for me, and then we can get started on this tutorial. So alright, because my hair is still too curly, I want it to be a little more manageable. So I'm just gonna quickly here dampen my hair and just run the diamond brush through this. I'm gonna pin this off to the side for a bit. I realized that by having this big like puff, it wasn't gonna be so easy to wrap around the hair that we need to create the flip. So we're gonna have to wet this a little bit so it's a little more manageable. Keep in mind this was untangled, but you know how curly hair is. Alright, so I was debating whether to have this side part or to just have it all up, but I think I'm gonna try the side part because it's the most popular one I'm seeing. Alright, switching over to voiceover, I decided to apply this styling cream that's more like a gel, honestly, and I decided to apply it onto my damp hair because when I brush it through, it's a lot easier to manipulate and sort of stretch that out into a ponytail. I'm using my diamond brush to comb through a little bit and get the curls untangled, and then I'm using just a regular brush to comb that back. With the front piece, I just braided it up so it wasn't getting in my way. And once I got the hair up into a nice ponytail, I'm gonna go ahead and add some more of the styling cream / gel to make sure I don't have any flyaways, to make sure that when my hair dries up, there's no like little hairs sticking up. And then, because of course I have a lot of baby hairs that I work with, I'm gonna go ahead and apply just a little extra more on my edges to make sure they don't pop up. Alright, now for the front piece, I wanted to sort of test it out to see if I liked how it looked. And then once I got that figured out, I applied some more of the cream gel all over the front piece, and I alternated between a comb and a brush and the toothbrush to really get that laid down and sort of in its place, you know. I applied some more towards the front to make sure that none of those little baby hairs like curled up on their own later on. And once I figured it out, I applied some pins all through the sides to make sure it was nice and tucked on my head. And now we move on to the most struggle-ish part, which took me a couple of tries, but I finally sort of got it in the end. And what I found worked the best was taking my hair, braiding it down, taking a nice little rubber band and sealing off the end. You can go ahead and add a ponytail to your braid so that it gives it a little more of a base so it sticks up like this. And I use these extra long bundles that were sent to me. I forgot by what brand, but I unraveled them, but because they were so long, I kept the tracks double. And then I took the very end of the tracks and I tied it off to the end of my ponytail with a hair tie. And once that was nice and secure, I started wrapping the tracks around my hair. Again, I had 2 tracks in one. So I had the tracks doubled, but I was acting as if it was one whole unit. And so I just kept wrapping that around and around and around my braid. Because my tracks were so long, that one track was enough to cover my whole ponytail. Also, my hair is not that long. And once I got to the very top, I used a bobby pin at first to pin it, but I worked at just lightly putting another ponytail on it worked just as well. I made sure not to tighten it because I didn't want to cause like tension on my head. But that was enough to hold it in place until I could grab another piece of hair here from the track and like tighten it and cover the whole track and ponytail situation going on at the top. Okay, now that we got that hard part through, I combed through the hair and I cut where I felt was like a good enough length. And then I whipped out this really old flat iron that I have from like 4 years ago that I have not used, but miraculously it was still working. And I went ahead and just bumped the ends of the ponytail. I had to do it a couple of times because for whatever reason, I guess with this hair, it just wasn't taking it. But anyways, that was that. Okay, and this is the final result. It wasn't as easy as I thought it was gonna be. It was actually a lot more complicated, but it's here. Again, this is my first time. I know this could have come out way better and more perfect, but you know, it was kind of cute for first. I forgot how straight hair doesn't really like keep the curls, so I might have to like put some hairspray on this if I want to keep this for longer. All right, and that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next